The core thing for us is letting PRs and brands and editors and buyers and everyone in the industry do their job as efficiently as possible.
Fashion GPS is the company that has launched fashion into the future. Among their many services is the registration of fashion show attendees. So with Fashion GPS you can always be sure to be on the guest list, even if your invitations are lost. We have met with Fashion GPS in their Paris office to learn more about their services and digital fashion tricks.
We have been in the industry for about 7 years. And we actually started in New York because a very large designer actually had his entire collection lost or stolen. So it essentially started with samples. So we created the system that lets designers see at any given time, the shirt to look one is with Vogue, the pants to look one are with Marie Claire, how many send-outs are we doing a week, a month, seasonally to all of these magazines, and essentially what's the return on investment. So how many press hits are we getting from each of those magazines, and then comparing those press hits with potentially the advertising that brand is giving to that magazine. Now we've developed another side of our product that is all about fashion show management and presentation management, press day management, all of that. So our clients now, they create digital seating layouts on their Fashion GPS. They drag and drop their invitees into this master seating chart. The whole process is much easier, much less archaic, and sending out blasted communications and everything in the day of the show. We have an iPad app where every PR knows who has checked in. So, oh, Andre Leon Talley just arrived, let's make sure that he's in his seat. Oh, so-and-so just arrived, they would definitely like to talk to Andre Leon Talley. So we're kind of the web that helps PRs do their job better and more efficiently. It's all about speed and making the editor and the invitee feel as catered to as possible. The struggle with Fashion Week would just be it's a struggle, but it's also what makes it the most exciting. Especially in Paris, every show is so different. Every venue is so different. So when they're creating these custom seating charts to do their seating, it could be in an hôtel particulier, or it could be in a tent, or it could be in anything. So everything is very personalized to every brand. It's incredible to work with brands here because they're masters at every sector of their production, and we're learning a lot. Our system has to reflect everything that they do. Speed is obviously really important to us because it's the efficiency of seeing the collection on your phone. And then being able to process the requests. So what's great with that partnership with NOWFASHION is that you're an editor or a buyer, or you're attending Fashion Week and you already have on your phone your entire schedule for the week. And then maybe something happens. There's obviously, you see the amount of traffic in Paris right now. You missed the show because your cab was stuck, and you're outside the show. Damn it, I've missed the show. You can just log onto your radar and you'll see the images of the show, thanks to our partnership with NOWFASHION. And from there, you can already start liking them, you can start tweeting them, you can even start putting in your requests to the PRs and saying, I would really like these 4 looks for my shoot next week. Most of our clients are flustered as is, and there are never enough seats. And they will jam, I see them, they're trying to cram in chairs between chairs, and obviously there's limitations of how many people can be in the space at any given time, but they're just like hungry, Wolverines trying to get in that last chair for their editor. So if there are any at last minute celebrities or front row additions, it's always a complete surprise, and they've never allocated it. It's already, there's such an organization from, weeks and weeks beforehand that if there is a surprise, okay, let's deal with it. What do we do now? But I'm on my radar profile and I can see, everything that I'm invited to. And then here it's essentially just a news feed of all of the show images that have come up. So here, I have the Giambattista Valli show that just came out 2 hours ago. That was from this morning. You can view the album. Absolutely. That's where we're headed. For the moment, it's a professional social network in the sense that you can have connections. So I can say, I can give my connection to Jenny and say, hey, Jenny, feel free to RSVP on my behalf to all of these events. Yeah, but absolutely. Eventually, it's definitely connecting the PR with and the commercial department with the buyer and the press.